Hola.
Oh, it's recording?
Yeah. ¿Cómo estás? What are we eating right now, baby?
Hola. We're eating, what is it called?
It's like little empanadas.
Empanadas. I have the arroz con carne. What do you have?
Queso. Solo queso.
Yeah, solo queso. What did we do today, baby?
Oh my god. We had a really good day.
Yeah. So first we had breakfast. We went back to home. We made it in time for the breakfast, and it was pretty good. I had the oat. Yeah. And you had?
I had an egg and toast and a little fruit bowl. And it was great.
It was good. But then we realized that like on weekdays, sorry not noon, they have menu del dia, so we could have had that instead.
And it was way more food.
And cheaper.
We are just learning as we go.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And then so we had a meetup at like 1:30 for tour to Comuna 13, but we had time to kill, so we went to get ice cream
Naturally.
at the Gelato.
Which was really yummy.
Yeah, I got the Ferrero Rocher cups. What did you get?
Salted caramel.
Salted caramel.
We had such a good tour guide.
So we booked a Comuna 13 tour.
No, you booked it.
Yeah, I booked it.
You did so much research. You tried to find specifically a tour guide that didn't do like the poverty tour.
I wanted to be sure that this wasn't gonna be a trauma tour, because if you know the history of Comuna 13, there was a lot of violence. I want to say back in the day, but it wasn't even back in the day. It's like 20 years ago.
Not even 20 years.
Yeah, not even 20 years. The 2000, late 90s, 2000. But I didn't want a tour to be just about that, so I found a tour where it was like
An art tour.
It's like history, art, and food, I guess. Yeah, and it was really good. Our guy Christian was amazing. He was a teacher. Christian. He was a teacher, but he became a full-time tour guide because being a tour guide pays 3 times as much as being a teacher.
And he was born and raised in Comuna 13.
Yeah, he showed us like where he was born.
Which was really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he because his origins are being a teacher, he really makes you think about your positionality. He's not like fuck tourists, but he's also like, he can be problematic. Like these are the benefits and these are the negatives of increased tourism and why there's increased tourism in the first place. And basically, well, you should honestly do the tour. But if your tour guide just talks about like hardship and how much violence there was,
It's not the tour.
Thankfully, there's tourism. It's not it.
Get a tour guide that will explain the history and he gives a balanced viewpoint, like why it's bad, why it's good, how the residents feel about it.
So as much as we learned about not just the art, but like the nonprofits that what is it? Not encourage, but really like foster community, foster remembering your indigenous roots from in that community because of all the displacement that was happening. The community or like the neighborhood itself is a mix of everybody that got displaced. So Afro-Colombians, you have a lot of farmers, you have people that were living in the mountains and then had to come further down the mountains. And so it's a lot of like a diverse center. So yeah, just like remembering your roots, because a lot of this knowledge, obviously with displacement comes a lot of memory loss. Like you lose a lot of the people that tie your family together. Yeah, we got to try a couple different not culinary.
Yeah, culinary.
Some drinks.
I mean the popsicle. We had popsicle that was lemon and mango. So good.
So good.
At first you're like,
They do like a salty base.
yeah,
like
because you got salt and lemon at the same time. So at first you're like, but then once you get to the mango, you're like,
oh my god.
so good. And then the second thing that we had was coffee lemonade.
So yummy. I never had that before in my
They
life.
put lime juice in coffee, and it's good. I hate coffee. Like, you don't understand. I don't drink coffee. I don't like the taste, even when it's with sugar. There's just something about the taste. But that drink was so good. It was really yummy. Oh my god. I miss it. We're home right now. It's been like a couple hours, and I'm like, man, I wish I could have another glass of that coffee.
So yummy.
It's so good.
And then the third thing was fermented.
Oh yeah, the kombucha thing. It was chicha. Was it fermented?
Yeah, he said it was
Oh.
fermented because it was like kombucha.
Yeah.
It was fermented
Sugarcane.
sugarcane.
Yeah.
Also very
Chicha.
yummy.
It was very good. Take it like a shot. Mm. Yeah.
In little I don't know, it felt like hardened passion fruit shells. It was very good. The tour started at the El Poblado Metro.
No.
No.
The tour starts at the San Javier Metro. And Poblado is where we are.
Yeah, sorry.
So you get to the metro, you meet your tour guide, and then you have to take a little green bus that actually takes you to Comuna 13. And then from there, the guides do different routes. Like we met up with the guides of the same company at a couple of places, but it didn't stay long. But then the routes were different. Like we never ran across
Yeah, other
a different
groups.
group. Yeah, we weren't really like in the back streets of Comuna 13 because it's like the mainstream, like where everyone goes, where the escalator is, and then there's all the shopping, and then there's the rappers, blah, 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 and then there's the dancers and all that stuff. We went like to the side of that, and then we only did the mainstream part
For like a
towards the end.
fraction.
Yeah, like 30 minutes max.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the tour was like 3 hours.
It didn't even feel like that long.
Yeah.
Though. You do a lot of stops and there's so much art to see. I didn't feel it, and I'm like so not fitness. I don't like, I'm not like, oh, let's go on a hike for hours and hours. No offense to anyone that loves to move their body, but
Okay, me.
no, I like exercise, but it didn't feel like I had to endure anything.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like it's straight up.
Yeah,
Going
it's and so the comunas are like on the hillside, so you're literally walking up, but it wasn't as hard as we thought. At the start, there's like these very steep stairs, and everyone in the group was like, "Oh my god, are we going up these stairs?" And then Christian just took us to the side, and then we went up the hill like that.
Yeah, he talks a lot about like accessibility too,
Mhm.
like why the escalator was there in the first place, because it is a tourist attraction, but it wasn't built as a tourist attraction, which was really good to know. And I'm not sure if other tour guides would necessarily.
I would hope
name
so.
that.
I would hope so that they would tell people that it's like for people who live there to actually move downhill.
mobile, yeah. It was really, really interesting. I definitely would like to go back there. I feel intimidated only because the route that we took. Yeah, the route that we took was quite winding. It was very much like I live here kind of route.
Yeah.
So by the time I caught my bearings, I was like, how the fuck are we
Yeah.
supposed to get back to anywhere? Like we are lost in the hillside.
Yeah, at the end, Christian was like, "I'm leaving you."
Bye. If you want, you can go down here. And I'm like, down where? What do you mean down? Me?
He was like, "You can either go around the corner and then you can take the green bus, or you can go back to the escalator." And we're like, "How do we get back to the escalator in the first place?" He said, "Go back to the escalator, and then when you're done, go all the way down." And we're like, "We don't
What
know
does
where we're
all the
going."
way down even look like?
Yeah, we don't know.
What's halfway down? Like, I don't know.
So we basically went around the corner. It was literally around the corner.
Yeah,
And
it
then
was
we took
really
the bus.
easy.
Yeah. That green bus is like, so if you are Haitian and you know what a tap tap is, that's what the green buses are, ish. There's like maybe 12 seats?
Yeah.
And then the rest of the
27
people.
people.
And then yeah, it fills up. Yeah, there's 12 seats and like 30 people in there.
Yeah.
More than 30 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Easily.
it's very
And you're going down, well, you're going uphill for a minute.
Yeah.
And then when you're going down, everyone's like,
I was holding on for dear life on the way back.
that was extraordinary.
Oh my god.
That was really extraordinary.
And the only reason why I stayed on my, why I kept my balance is because I was against the driver's seat, so it was holding my side, otherwise I would have, I don't know.
All limbs splaying out
Yeah.
everywhere.
Mhm.
And they have so many older folks taking all this wild of transportation.
Yeah. Yeah, it was sad that like no one gave their seat to the old dude that was in front of us. He just stood there, getting jumbled.
You really,
Yeah.
truly. Ay, ay, ay. What else was interesting?
We
about
took the
day?
metro for the first time.
We took the metro back. Q
Wow.
Metro.
Metro. Impressed. impressive.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so clean.
It is outdoors. I was thinking it was gonna be underground. Obviously, I didn't do any research on public transportation.
It's really easy.
Yeah, it's easy. It's spacious.
Yeah, why was it like 7 meters across?
Right?
Maybe 10 meters across. Meters?
Meters.
Meters.
And it was all outdoors. Feet? No, 7 feet is gigantic, babe.
I don't know my measurement.
7 feet is 7 times myself in height.
It's not 7 times. It's like maybe 2 feet more than your height.
Oh no, you're right.
So I'm thinking, you know, like
So
realistically.
if I lie down on the floor of the metro,
maybe it was like 12 feet across.
obviously we're not good at math or spatial awareness.
I'm like, for sure, in feet.
Like, because you're right. I'm not. What am I saying?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. so
Anyway.
bad. Anyway, it was wide.
It was very spacious.
Wider than New York and Montreal and Portugal.
Oh my god, way wider than Montreal. And everyone's like, Montreal's metro is so
Montreal's metro is
behind.
behind.
In comparison to New York, maybe we're the future.
No, because at least New York has tap and go. We don't even have that.
You're so right. No, drag Montreal. Drag Montreal. Drag Quebec for taking us back to the Middle Ages. Anyway, though, it was an excellent day out. It was an excellent journey. It was a long journey back, but it was an excellent journey back. We got to see a different way to navigate the city. Oh, before we got back, that's where we got the street food.
Yeah.
By the San Javier.
So like we
San
just walked
Javier.
around to find some snacks or whatever. And that's where we found the empanadas, and then we got mangoes, and then
And
you
it's
got your soup.
squishy. Oh yeah, I got some sopa.
Yeah. Oh, and Saf ordered in Spanish for the first time.
Some
Completely without my help.
trilingual.
Mm-hmm.
Racking up languages, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was excellent.
Yeah.
No, it was not excellent, but I was understood
Which is
multiple
what
times
matters.
by multiple vendors,
Yeah.
and that felt good.
Yeah.
To be able to ask for things.
And I got Crocs, and you'll see why in a couple of days. Yeah, fit Crocs.
But they
They're
look
like-
really comfy.
They're like $7.
They look pretty real. No,
No, they're definitely fake.
they're called Super Bueno. Super Bueno.
Super Bueno Crocs.
Look at those Super
Crocs.
Buenos.
Look, this is how you know they're not like they're basically put a chancla. Cause like look at the look at the bottom.
But like excellent quality
But
though.
like it's just for an activity that we have later in the week. We're gonna get our shoes wet, and since I didn't bring my
shoes that can
my
go wet.
water shoes, we bought this as a backup. And they're like, so they're not even like together when you buy them.
You
There's
have to dig through the bin.
There's like a giant bin of Crocs.
No, this is the Colombia that we came to see.
There's a giant bin of Crocs, and then you have to find. First of all, you have to find the size. There are like multiple colors. Like it's not organized.
Styles.
You have to find the size, and then once you find the size, you have to find the other shoe somewhere in the bin.
Okay, wait though, because this entire time I've been complaining about, not complaining, but I was like, yo, Colombia? Medellin so far has been fucking unfriendly as fuck. Everyone hates us. And I don't know what I did wrong.
Well, not the guides. Everyone that is in
Yeah.
the service industry.
in El Poblado.
Yeah.
And then we went outside of El Poblado and everyone is so fucking nice.
Yeah.
That's when we were like, oh, right, we're just in a really stush white area.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like literally, that was it. So we went down the fucking hill, tried to order like when we ordered the empanadas. Like I was trying to like look for the sauce like to put on it, even though I didn't even fucking put any sauce. I just ate that raw. But
Damn.
I was trying to like look for it, and just in looking for it, she was like still talking to me in Spanish, but also was very much like explaining that it was here, and she gave it to us. when we were looking for the shoes, well, your Spanish is great, but like, she was helping us look through for the sizes.
To the bin, yeah.
Yeah, asked us if we wanted a bag. Like, just like, and it is those little things. Whereas, when we've been up here, they're like begrudgingly,
They're like, okay, like, here's your thing, now go away.
literally, like
That's what it
please
feels
go
like.
away.
That's not what they say, but that's what it feels like.
They're like, we have to serve you because you walked into this establishment. But we're not gonna do more than the bare minimum because we don't want to. So yeah, it's really, oh yeah, when we went to go get ice cream, for instance, we were just like sitting, having our ice cream, and the girl was like, so, basically, like, what are you doing here? Like, what are you guys ordering more? Or like, and we were like, go away.
Yeah, there's no one else in the
There's
store.
literally no one else in the store. Like, we're not taking up.
Yeah, seats or whatever.
Yeah.
Not the chef.
I'm just so over it because we had such a good experience today and like.
But also, like, yeah, we have to remember the good points of today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today has widened my understanding about where we're located in terms of class. And today was an amazing day.
It was.
I had a really great day.
It was great.
Got to eat some yummy food.
Yeah, yeah. I like music tonight. We're trying to go back to Kuminai Turkey, by the way.
Yeah, maybe
To
on
actually
Friday.
do some shopping, because like that's the thing when you're on a tour, you can't really stop wherever you want to.
Also, you're gonna hold up the group
Yeah.
and it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try on
We're
our
gonna try.
off day. We didn't plan anything on the Friday, so we'll try and go back.
Yeah. And actually buy some stuff.
But that's a commute. Like that's a
That's like a
across the
good
city.
45 minutes.
minimum.
Yeah. Because it's like 30 minutes just to get to San Javier by car. 40 minutes by
By
metro.
car.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah. So tired.
I only feel tired though now that I'm sitting down because it was so like interesting. It was such an interesting day and friendly, and I felt like I need to endure this experience. Anyway, and then we ordered from Rappi again. Well, we had our little snacks. And we ordered from Rappi.
Yeah, we ordered dinner from Rappi because these prices in El Poblado, bruh.
If you don't have to eat in El Poblado, don't. No offense, but it's
Just
very
order from
much.
Rappi, get the trial, because we just got a major discount instead of Rappi Plus trial.
If you're only here for like a week or two.
Yeah, get the trial and then order food from there. I mean, we don't yet know if the food's gonna be good.
We're about to find out.
We're about to find out.
But it's worth the whatever 54 copas.
Yeah. Which is what we would pay for one of us eating out in El Poblado.
It's like 20 Canadian.
That was the day!
And what are we gonna do tonight?
We're just gonna chill.
Yeah. It's about 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 o'clock on the dot.
Drop top.
No. Yeah. You never know lyrics. So. I'm surprised.
Good night.